There's almost nothing better to munch on. This is a carrot from Melissa's Produce. And we thank them. They sent us a cornucopia of great vegetables that we're going to be using today. Swiss chard, there's garlic, onions, the carrot, celery. Really going to have a fabulous meal tonight here on Mark Alyn Cooks. Hi, thank you for letting me into your home for a half hour or so, 40 minutes. Jack Benny used to say that on his radio show. Well, this is kind of a TV show. We have a great guest. We'll talk to Barbara Weller from Foodtrients in just a couple of moments. Don't go away. We've got a jam-packed, organic, vegan show just for you. And welcome to our kitchen here at Mark Alyn Cooks. We're going to be doing 2 dishes today, and we're going to be 2. I'm not very good at math, obviously. We're going to bring Barbara Weller in, and I'm going to ask Barbara to join me in a special toast, okay? So here's Barbara. Hi, Barbara. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm terrific. Barbara and I had lunch together a few weeks ago, and when I conned her into coming back to the show, and we had a delightful time, and she let me talk and talk and talk and talk, and we just had a great time. But I wanted to do a toast because this week is International Women's Day on March 8th. Did you know that, Barbara?
Well, I knew it was coming up, but I honestly did not remember the date.
Well, let's toast to that, and then I'm going to tell you about a special program. And because we're vegan today, we're not doing an adult beverage. So, cheers.
Cheers. I've got my tea.
And I have sparkling water.
Oh, even better.
Even better. Even better. So, on March 8th, our friend Tom Martin is doing a special Wisdom All Around Us podcast. It's a 2-hour special. It starts at I think it starts at 9 a.m. Pacific, noon Eastern, and you can find out more about this by going to tommartinmedia.com. That's tommartinmedia.com. So that's one thing I wanted to say. And then the other is our good friend Andrea Pass, owner of Andrea Pass Public Relations, is a contributing author in the new book, Heart-Centered Marketing. And you can find out more information about that by going to www.hpanthology.com. That's hpanthology.com. So those are our things. Oh, Tom. Hi, Mark, from Tom Martin. Thank you. I hope I gave you the right URL. We're going to bring Barbara. Barbara is already in. We're going to make several things. I want to show you this. This will be our second dish, but I just had to share. If you could see the various colors here of the Swiss chard. And I've never eaten Swiss chard. Barbara, did you eat Swiss chard growing up?
No, my parents were from the Midwest, even though I grew up in Florida where there was lots of produce. But we were pretty much, my mother loved vegetables, but we were pretty limited in our vegetable choices. So it's so much fun to have access to all of these incredible new varieties of vegetables and just new discoveries that I certainly never had.
And here's another one. And we're going to start with this. These are parsnips. Oops, we're frozen. We'll try it again. Try it one more time.
It's not there.
No?
Take it out and put it back.
All right. Well, we have some parsnips here.
Right,
Trust
try
me.
putting it back in.
I'm sorry?
You can try putting it back in.
Try putting what back in?
Back on.
Oh, well, here. How about that?
Oh, there you go.
There we go. So we have the parsnips right here. And I didn't grow up eating parsnips either.
No, and who knew they were so good? Even the names parsnips didn't sound like, I don't know, they didn't sound like they would taste, but they really are good.
And when I was cutting these for the recipe, the smell, the aroma, the nose, if you will, was just amazing. So what we're going to do now is we're going to pop these into the oven just with nothing on them, right?
No, no, you have to, what you do is you
Yeah.
need to make the butter, you melt the butter, and then you're going to add the garlic to the butter and just give it about 20 seconds because you don't want it to cook too much. And then you're going to throw the fresh chopped up rosemary in after you take it off the heat. And then you're going to toss that on top of the parsnips.
Now I had said promised that this would be a vegan meal. We're using butter for the parsnips, but
It's
you
not,
could
yeah,
use
it's vegetarian, but not vegan.
right. But you could use olive oil, couldn't you?
Yes, you could, and there are other things I think that vegans do. There are vegan butters even, I
Right.
think. But you know, personally, I like butter, but I do love having meals that don't necessarily have meat.
Yes. We're trying to at least once a week be uh, uh, as vegan as we can or vegetarian as we can.
That's
Uh,
smart.
I do like meat, but I try to limit it if we can. Okay.
And we need protein. So, if you are vegan and vegetarian, you really have to make sure you're getting the kind of protein that you need.
And
I,
and
I like meat too, so
yeah,
but I try not to eat too much red meat for sure.
yes, I love red meat, but again, I don't eat a lot of it. We have beans that we're going to be making into a Swiss chard soup, and that has a lot of protein in it. All right, our
Yes.
butter is melting very nicely. I already have some rosemary um, to put in, as well as garlic.
And you don't add the rosemary until you take the butter off the heat. But you do what you once you melt the butter, you add the garlic.
All right, the butter is melting nicely.
Yes.
Ooh.
And have you got it on kind of a medium heat?
Yes.
Okay. Because we don't want the butter to burn.
Right. It was a little hot, as you noticed, and I turned it down. It'll be ready in
Work.
a second.
Good work.
Thank you. It is cold here in Southern California. It is raining. Is it raining at your place, Barbara?
Well, I'm in Sherman Oaks, so I'm not very far from you. And
No,
yes, it's pouring.
it is
It's really
pouring.
raining.
So I was thinking of a song, okay? Baby, it's cold outside. But that's all I can remember.
That's about all I remember too. But it's a perfect song for a day like today.
Okay. Now
Or
I'm going to put
singing in
in the
the rain.
garlic, and this is about 2 tablespoons.
It's 2 cloves of minced or roughly chopped garlic.
Got it.
So you just throw that in. You're only going to have it in there for about 20 seconds. It doesn't stay very long. So just kind of let it soak up with that butter.
Does that smell good?
I know it's so good. I love garlic.
Yes. Well, we ate at an Italian restaurant, you and I. And, oh, Denise Anderson is there. It's raining in Chatsworth, California. Yeah, and there is no climate change. Sorry to be add politics there. Um, maybe we could do a political talk show, a political cooking show. So I turn the heat off now.
Yeah, you take it off the heat and then throw in the rosemary because yeah, it's fine. Put the rosemary in, and then you're gonna pour that over the parsnips and just kind of toss them around so they get covered.
All right. Is that camera working or not? No. Okay. Um, do, do, do. What if I,
No, I made both of these recipes over the weekend just to refresh my memory of them. Um, and I made my husband actually, I shouldn't take credit for it, but helped me make. We made videos of the recipes, and they are on the website with it's in the winter vegetable story. But we made the videos just to kind of enhance the recipes, which is fun.
well, your husband is your favorite host. I just want to be your second. Rob
I have
Weller
to
is,
say that, as much as I think the world of you, Mark.
I get it.
Okay, so are they getting covered?
Yes.
All right.
I used, you know what? We could use more butter.
Did you use the 5 tablespoons?
I'm sorry?
5 tablespoons, I think
Yeah, I
you had.
did 5, and
You'd like more.
I think so.
Well, you
Just
can
get
probably
them all.
never have too much butter.
Yes.
Butter makes everything taste pretty good.
We're trying to get that camera working.
Ah, okay.
All right.
Well,
We'll work on that in a second. All right. Yeah, these are covered. And I am scraping the pan.
you don't want to miss any of the garlic and rosemary.
No, it smells so good. All right. Now we put it in the oven.
Now you put it in the oven first for I believe it's 15 minutes. Let me check
I got
that
it.
for you.
I have to tell you, I found some more sauce. There. Okay.
Good.
All right.
So for 15, it's going to go in at I think 450, and you're doing
Yes.
a convection oven,
Yes.
so it's going to probably cook a little faster. I love convection ovens, by the way. I like to cook in them. They cook things so much more evenly.
Yes. And I think they're more energy efficient as well.
So maybe we should check them in 12
Okay.
minutes.
Good.
Or whatever you think, because you're more familiar with your oven.
Well,
And
we'll
then
take a look see.
you're going to
Um,
toss them. Oh,
so
they're going to get turned over and then cook for about 8 more minutes, probably.
okay, got it. So what we should do now is, what should we do now? We should start the soup. So
Yeah. Do you want me before you start just to tell you a little bit about parsnips and
sure.
what they can do for you? Because they are awesome. They've got about 6 grams of fiber, and fiber is so good for your digestive system,
Yeah.
and it does really help. uh, it can reduce blood sugar, which is very good. We all need that because we like to eat sweet things too. But they're loaded with vitamins, I think B and E, and they've got magnesium and potassium. So you can't lose, and they taste good too.
They taste great, and uh, we're they've got a lot of things that they do. And thank you, Carol, you fixed it. So we're going to start.
Good.
I think we're going to start in this pot. We're going to do olive oil in there, and we're going to make a rainbow chard uh, and white bean soup, right? So
Yes.
I have the recipe here, but I need your direction. So we're going to put some olive oil in.
You're going to heat the olive oil, just a tablespoon of it, over medium high heat. And you've already got your onions, celery, and carrots cut up.
Yes. I have to, I'm going to reach into this bowl. Where are they? I lost
Now,
my.
once you get the oil kind of heated, then you're going to add
Oh,
onions, carrots, and celery.
got it. I couldn't find my, and I have to show you. We made coins because that's what the recipe called for. And look at the
Yeah,
size of that coin.
ooh, they're so big.
Yeah, they're
You know,
huge.
it's funny when I made it over the weekend. I did not have the long carrots. I just had a bunch of the little baby carrots. So I just sliced them in half and threw them in the soup. So, you can always adjust if you don't have the perfect item.
Got it.
This is a
So we're gonna
great soup.
start. We have this. We put garlic in here too, don't we?
Not yet.
Okay.
You're just going to do the onion, celery, and parsley. This does have 4 cloves of garlic somewhere, um,
So I'm
but
putting.
we're not adding that yet.
I'm gonna take some of these carrots out. Too many. Okay.
Was that three? Well, 3 big carrots probably
Yes.
are more than the recipe needed.
Yes. We had 3 large carrots.
And then as that cooks, you're going to add a teaspoon of salt.
Okay. Now, the recipe called for, just so everybody knows, sea salt. And I have about 20 different kinds of salt. And I knew that if I came home with sea salt to make it 21, it just wouldn't fit in the cabinet. So we're going to
I
use.
think whatever salt you like is probably just as good. So,
All right. I've got. We're going to grind this up. We're going to take off the cap of Himalayan salt.
oh, I love the pink salt.
Oh, that's good.
It calls for more. All right. I'm being directed here. Okay.
Yeah, you're going to add more later. So,
All right.
in the end, you're going to taste it and add the salt and pepper to your taste. I try not to oversalt things, but sometimes it really is that final touch that brings up the flavor.
Right. And in baking, you need salt. I know.
Yes.
Do I need to add any more oil to this?
One thing, one thing I just noticed, Mark, is that this is actually supposed to be in a pot that you're sauteing because you're going to be adding the beans and the
Did I
liquid.
do this backwards? Because I have a pot
No,
ready. I have a pot.
yeah, you can saw it. Well, it'd just be easier for you if we're all in a pot, but you can, and it's going to cook. You need to cook this for about 5 minutes before we add anything else. So I don't know how many minutes we've already been cooking it, but
So we've got that. Ooh, it would help if I turn that on. And I'm going to turn this to high. I think it needs a touch more oil so it'll cook. What do you think?
well, it just called for about 1 tablespoon, but if you think it needs just a little more, give it a touch because you've got a lot of carrots.
Yes, lots of carrots. And again, Melissa's produce, a cornucopia of all kinds of really good stuff. Okay.
Boy, they are supercharged. Her vegetables, or their vegetables, are so beautiful.
They are.
I'll
Just add a little
say
bit more
hi.
oil in there. Okay.
Okay, so we give that 5 minutes,
All right.
and
And while this is cooking, let's talk about, should I cover that or not?
Howard Sandler says
no,
Oh, Howard Sandler
No.
says hello. Okay. Should I cover that, Barbara, or not?
no, it
No.
doesn't. It doesn't need to be covered. You're
Got
good. So
All
we
right.
just need to give it 5 minutes, and then you're going to add the beans and the broth,
Gotcha.
whether you the vegetable stock or chicken stock if you aren't going vegetarian.
Yeah, we are.
Oh,
How do you spell cornucopia? I grew up here. I grew up in California, in Los Angeles. I can't spell Los Angeles without looking it up.
Do we need to check the parsnips?
No, it hasn't. I
Yeah.
don't think so. We may be going a little bit longer, Barbara. I hope that's okay because everything is coming
Sure.
together.
Everything has to be timed correctly. We have to make
Yes.
it
So let's talk
the
about
challenge of
Foodtrients.
cooking.
We should first. It's cooking well.
Good. And I just wanted to let you know too that both of these recipes, they are not in Grace-O's our cookbooks because they're new. And what we usually do the years between when we're putting a cookbook together, we're developing recipes. So these are fun because they're gonna hopefully be in a future cookbook.
Got it. Well, you have a cookbook to show, right?
Yeah. Well, this is Grace-O's new cookbook, Anti-Aging Dishes from Around the World. Both, and then the cookbook that you have there is the Age Beautifully cookbook that we did in 2017, I believe. And both of these books have won Gourmand's Best in the World in different categories. The Age Beautifully for innovation, and this one for um, health and wellness. So
It's
we're pretty proud of the awards that both of these books have gotten.
absolutely. I think that the Foodtrients itself is really interesting, and Grace O is great. I mean, she's she's a chef. She's owned restaurants. She develops recipes and runs like five um,
Skilled nursing.
skilled nursing homes. I mean, what a busy
Yeah.
woman.
She's such an interesting story, and it's just been such an adventure to work with her for the years that we've been working together. She grew up in the Philippines, and her father was a doctor, and her mother owned a cooking school in Manila. So she's had that food medicine connection all her life. Then when she came to Los Angeles, she started managing a skilled nursing facility, and now she is an owner. But she's always had a passion and love for food, and when she travels around the world, she really discovers. I mean, we've learned about so many interesting, whether it's fruits, vegetables, spices from different parts of the world. And we try to incorporate that. This new cookbook has a lot of all of those influences, more international, and even taking some recipes that are comparable in different countries, but using different spices and ingredients. And it's just fun to see how you can change up, whether it's a salsa or whether it's a flatbread,
Right.
um, and
Well,
what different countries, different places do.
years ago, I was in Manila, and the food was exceptional. I was there for almost 2 weeks, uh, uh, hosting a series of videos um, on healthcare in the Philippines, and what a magnificent experience it was for me. But the
Yeah.
food, I'm still trying to find this yellow tinged fish that they served a lot. It was so good. It was white, but I don't know if it was saffron or what they put in it. It was delicious. And I've actually asked at a couple of Philippine restaurants here in the Southern California area, and they don't know what the hell I'm talking about.
Yeah,
Which
it's probably very specific to the area, but I never really liked mangoes until Grace turned me on to the mangoes that they have in the Philippines, they also grow them in Mexico, but they're the yellow ones.
yes,
And the
they're
green
on
ones to
sale
me,
right now
pardon?
at Whole Foods. They're on sale. They're a buck and a
Oh,
quarter a piece. The small
they're
ones, this
so
big.
good.
Yes.
And she made me a mango lover because of those mangoes. So
Yeah, no, those are delicious. Carol is the one who carves up our mango. She's very good at it. I'm going to
it's
go
yeah.
over here. Let's check. We're
Someone
going
from
to
the
peek.
Philippines.
How are the parsnips? Do we need to turn them over?
Yes, we do.
Wow.
And what we're going to do, we'll take these out. And if you do this at home, folks, be gentle and be careful because it's hot.
Wow, they look like they've really cooked. Are they done?
You know what?
They may be
Could be.
done.
They could be. They're cooked on both sides.
Yeah, they look great. Are they
So,
real? If they're
maybe-
tender, if you put a fork in them,
Yeah.
they're
I
probably
think they're
done. They look
still- I
very.
think they still need a little bit more.
Yeah,
Do they?
be 5 minutes on the next one.
Yeah, they're a little bit.
Out on-
So,
I don't know if parsnips are al dente or not, but these are.
yeah, no, they need to be a little. They should be soft. But I wonder if 450 at convection. I wonder if we should turn the oven down a little
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll do that.
I think it's.
because they're really cooking.
Carol thought maybe to turn it off because it's pretty hot in there.
Yeah.
So maybe we'll do that. Actually, what I'll do is I'm going to turn it to 375.
I think that's probably perfect.
Yeah. Hello. Oh.
So now, did you add the? Oh, sorry. Go to 375.
There.
So did you add the beans and the stock to the?
No, we've got to do that
Okay,
next.
gotta do that.
There's so many things here. All right.
I'm keeping you busy today.
Vegetables are cooking. Put that there. I'm going to add the beans first.
Yes, that's fine. I like to toss the beans around into just to pick up the flavor, and then add the liquid.
Oh boy. All right. And then I've got some organic vegetable broth.
Okay, that should be great.
And we're adding 1 quart. And this brand is called Organics. And it's available at Safeway, Vons, Pavilions. Albertsons. And they're in the process of buying the Kroger chain. So maybe you'll see this.
Oh wow! So for this, you're just gonna you need to get that kind of brought to a little bit of a simmer, and then you're gonna turn it down to a lower heat for
Okay.
10 minutes.
Gotcha. And we should cover this now?
No, I don't think we have to cover it at all. Actually. Oh wait a
Now,
minute. Yeah,
we-
not yet. You're gonna
Not
cover
yet.
it. You're gonna cover it toward the end.
Got it.
Now you've got to saute some things
Okay.
Uh,
I'm gonna put
in
some
your back
olive
of
oil.
your frying pan.
Right. And
And
we
this
put pieces of onion in here, but I think that'll be okay.
That'll be fine. It'll just give it more flavor.
Yep.
So this, you need a large skillet. It's 3 tablespoons of olive oil. And this is over medium heat.
And that's where we're at.
Okay. So keep the oil a little hot. And then you're going to add the garlic and the cilantro.
Okay. So I've got the garlic in there now.
And you're going to cook until the garlic is soft. They're just saying about 30 seconds. So you can put the cilantro in with it.
Okay. I'll let that.
And she's saying put the cilantro in with it.
And we've got cilantro is just a magnificently wonderful herb. A lot of health benefits, but in some people's DNA, they don't like it. Did you know it was a DNA issue?
I was one of those people, and Rob, my husband, was too. We hated cilantro, but it's one of the few foods that is such a good detoxing food for your body. So I learned to love it, and I really do like it. And it's so good in this. It's not like eating raw cilantro by the time you eat it, but I get it.
Got it. You know,
But I think you can learn to like it.
it's yes. When Carol and I got together and we'd order a pizza, we'd order it with mushrooms, garlic, and green pepper. And she ordered it for me, the green pepper, and I ordered it for her. It's kind of like the O. Henry syndrome, right? And neither
Yes.
one of us like green pepper on pizza. I don't like green pepper at all. I like all the other
I don't
colors.
either.
You know, it's just too strong.
But, well, and it's also, they're not ripe. So
Yeah.
they do, a lot of people have problems because they make you gassier, they're harder to digest. So, I mean, I love yellow and orange and red peppers that are sweeter, but I'm not a green pepper fan.
No, me neither. Have you always been a foodie? Have you always been a
I
foodie?
think I've become more of one as when I grew up, it was pretty simple, although we had great strawberries and watermelons and grapefruit and citrus, and I love fresh vegetables and fruit. But when I moved to Chicago, where they have great restaurants, and plus I ended up having to oversee the food section. So I worked with great food writers and food editors, and they taught me a lot. And when I went to New York, I learned more about great food there, and then coming to California. So I've really grown to appreciate it. I love good food, and I love learning about good chefs and what they're doing and how they're infusing different cultures into different dishes. It's really fun, and Grace does a lot of that.
We we have a new restaurant that opened up near us, and it doesn't jive in my head or on my mouth because that's where I taste things. It's sushi Mexican,
That's
and I guess
interesting.
I have to go in and try it. I've seen the menu.
Yeah, you never know. Could be very good.
Right. All right. So in here, I've got the garlic and I've got the cilantro.
Okay, and that's probably now you need to add the chard. I'm sorry, I think I fell down on the job here.
Oh no. All right. So I've got leaves of chard, and then underneath I have the stem. So I'm going to get some of that too.
Yeah, why not?
Why not? And I'm going to get more of that.
And the stems have a lot of them have the color. As long as you don't put the tougher part of the stems in, I think it's great. Plus, they're going to get cooked, so
What? And I think
it looks so pretty. I love the colors.
Isn't it great?
It's really pretty.
Oh, I'm trying to picture a mariachi band wearing kimonos. Thank you, Tom.
That's cute.
I'm gonna,
Okay, and then the chard is you're gonna cover this now, and you're gonna cook it until wilted. So it's only about a couple of minutes.
okay. There. And that the chard will break down from the heat, and then we're going to take that and put it into the soup mixture, which is still cooking.
Yes, it's gonna go in the soup.
Let us take a look at our parsnips because I think they're ready.
Done.
Yeah, faster than I thought.
Well, I think that convection oven of yours is a pretty fast working oven.
Oh, these look great.
Oh, good.
I'm going to show you these, and then I'm going to. Whoa! There's the hot hand dance.
Oh, be careful.
Yeah.
Wow, they look good.
They're slightly charred. I think they
Yes.
look great. I have a plate so I can do a taste test.
Good.
So
Because what you put on top of these, if you have your fresh parsley chopped up, you put the parsley and some of the red peppers,
got it. So
red pepper flakes. You just put on top.
all right, I'm going to take one like this. Looks. I can't read it, Carol.
Nice.
Huh?
Looks nice.
Oh, thanks. I'm going to do that. I'm going to move this out of the way because it is very hot still. And this is our dinner tonight. Whoa!
Well, you'll love them. They're very good. I know when I was trying to do the video and I opened the oven, my glasses steamed up so much I couldn't see anything
Yes.
because it is
Yeah.
a very hot oven.
So let's move this here. And we have parsley flakes right here.
Some
Good idea.
some
Do that.
parsley and some red pepper flakes if you like red pepper flakes on top.
And with the red pepper flakes, the red pepper flakes are also organic. They're crushed red pepper. This is the same thing as cayenne, but cayenne is fine.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. Well,
so
and it adds a little nice color to it too. Looks good.
I like a lot. Okay, there we go. All right, here we
Okay,
go.
so you get are you tasting it?
Yes. Oh, this is the yeah. Um, this is the best part of the show.
Yep. And then we can put the chard in the soup.
Oh, should I do that first?
Either way, I think it's probably ready.
All right, let me see. Bring this over here. I think it needs just another minute
Okay. Yeah, get it.
to break down a little bit more.
What you want it wilted, so
Yeah. Whoa. Okay. Let's try this. Hmm. Oh my.
good.
Mm. Mm.
It's so simple. It's really a simple recipe and simple dish, but it's so good.
It,
It has lots of flavor.
it's got a lot of flavor. Let me ask you, when you had it over the weekend, did you did you make this as your main dish, the parsnips, or did you have something else?
No, we ended up having it. We had it with kind of a stew almost, a turkey soup slash stew, which
Got
was
it.
really good. I probably, if I were, I'd probably make it with something like a roasted chicken or
Right.
something else with a salad to give it some color, to have some color on the plate. But they're so good. You could do a lot. Oh, and then the next day I had some left over and we
Hmm.
cut them up and we put them in a soup. And they were
Oh,
so good. We just cut the
wow.
pieces up.
These are
So if you have
fantastic.
leftovers, you can eat them as is, or you can
Mm.
add them to something you're making.
No, that's really good. All right, now I'm going to take the cover off the chart, and it is ready. As you can
Yeah.
see, the chard has broken down a little bit. So what I'm going to do here,
And now they're going to go in the pot. Yes, perfect.
yeah,
And the last little thing you're going to do here is you're going to add the lemon juice.
ah, well, we don't normally cut like that, but we got a lemon. This is a regular seedless lemon from
Ooh,
Melissa's.
of course.
Yeah. Okay, here we
And
go.
I think it's just is it a juice of a half a lemon? So
Yeah.
that's all you need. And then you stir that, and you're going to simmer this. You're going to wait till it's heated through about 5 minutes, and then the very last thing you'll do is add some salt and pepper to taste, and you're done. You're good. You're ready to serve it.
There. I'm squeezing this by hand because I think the lemon was so big I didn't cut it. I didn't cut it
Well, that'll work.
as I should have.
It's so interesting too. The lemon just it kind of just pulls all the flavors together. That lemon juice is an interesting touch.
Okay, let's stir it up. Should I cover this or not?
It doesn't. You don't need to. Um, Boy, yours looks pretty thick. I think you got a lot of good vegetables in there.
Oh boy. And you know, I usually adjust the recipes, and this time I didn't. I mean, adjusted for uh, our proportion. Thank you.
Well, it's
Yeah.
going to be so
Can you
good
hand
with
me
all
that,
those
the
good
towel,
vegetables.
Carol? Thank you. I lost my towel. I don't know.
Uh-oh. So
Maybe
that
it's in
just
the
needs a
soup.
few minutes to heat.
I think it's
What?
in the soup. The towel.
Oh no! What?
Huh? Is it?
Well, it'll probably taste pretty good.
Yeah. No. Don't know. All right. Let me just stir this up a little bit.
And if it looks pretty hot, all you need to do is add the salt and pepper, and you're done.
All right.
You're ready to serve.
Pepper. Stir
And then you
it
can,
a little bit.
if you take a little taste and see if it's salty enough for you.
And you can, in the recipe, which, by the way, we will post this. If you, we'll post it on our YouTube channel so that you can see that.
Great.
I want to get some of the beans.
Yeah, you want to get it. Yes.
I don't know what you're doing for dinner, but we have plenty.
Thank you so much. Yes, I'd love to have it again.
All right, here we go. Now I'm going to let it cool just for a second because if
Okay.
I don't, it'll be the hot mouth dance. And here it is.
Yeah, you don't want to burn your mouth.
No. Can you? All right. So what I'm going to do here.
Good.
Yeah.
I'm glad you like it.
Campbell's never made it so good.
No.
No.
Oh,
A little hot.
yeah. Be careful with that. Don't
I'm
burn your
looking
mouth.
for a small piece of carrot.
Well, I bet those carrots are fabulous.
We had them raw, and they were,
I love carrots.
yeah, I do too. Barbara, thank you for your time. We really appreciate it. The soup is still
Oh,
cooking back there.
well, thank you for making the recipes, and I hope you enjoy them tonight for dinner. It's been a
We
lot
will.
of fun, as always.
We will. Will you come back, please?
I would love to.
All right. So
We'll
we,
be cooking up more recipes all the time. So,
well, these are great. We like making healthy, tasty dishes, and this certainly is. Both of them are really, really good.
the thing I love
Thank
about
you.
Grace's recipes too is that even though this food is medicine, it doesn't taste like medicine.
No, it doesn't. Denise Anderson said, on a day like this is perfect. The soup
It
and,
is.
and
It is.
it's just great. You know what I'm going to do is I didn't turn off the soup. I heard it in the background. Uh, Barbara, again, thank you very much. Barbara Weller from Foodtrients, and I even spelled it correctly. Visit
And
them,
you did.
foodtrients.com.
Yes.
Will you hold on a
Thank
second while we wrap up? Just give me a minute.
Sure.
All right,
Yeah.
hold on. Thank you. Thank you for watching. We really appreciate it. You know, in the last month or so, we've had almost 20,000 downloads of our show. We really, really appreciate that so much. Next week is a special. Next week, we're going to take you to the Fancy Food Show that was in Las Vegas about a month ago. And we're going to see, maybe 8 different booths where people talked about their products, how to cook them, gluten-free candy, just a variety of people that I interviewed at the Fancy Food Show about a month ago. All right, have a great week, everybody. Eat healthy. If you're here in California, stay dry. We'll see you next week. And remember, next week it will be on daylight savings time. Yay! All right, see you next week. Bye bye for now.